Today we are going to learn about S3 Lifecycle Rules. When we upload a file in S3, then we need to select a storage class. The storage class determines your performance, the durability, and the cost. If let's say if we are using S3 standard storage class, which is the default storage class, then you get a very high performance. S3 will automatically create 3 copies of your file in 3 different availability zones, but this is the costliest storage class. You will have to pay approximately $23 per TB per month. The other extreme is S3 Glacier Deep Archive, where the cost of storage is very less, but to retrieve your data, it can take hours. Also, there is a retrieval fee per GB that you have to pay when you download your data. And in between, you have got multiple options. If you want to keep only 1 copy of your data, then you can go for one zone infrequent access storage class. Now you have a basic understanding of what a storage class is. You also need to understand your data and the access pattern of the data stored in your bucket. Let's say you are storing a newspaper as a PDF file in your S3 bucket. Today's newspaper is only useful for a day or two, and your customers are not going to read newspaper which is 1 week old. If you are storing tax documents or legal documents in a S3 bucket, then the retention period of these documents is in years. If you are storing medical documents of a patient, then we are talking of long-term storage for 50 to 80 years. The point that I'm trying to make is you need to understand your data and decide on a life cycle policy for your data. A very common scenario is you will first store your data in a S3 standard bucket, which will provide you a very good performance. And if your data is infrequently used after 30 days, then you can move that same data to a standard infrequent access storage class. You can decide to move that same data to S3 Glacier after 60 days, and you can delete that data after a year or so if it is not required. You you don't want to perform all of these steps manually. That's where S3 lifecycle rules can help you in automatically transitioning your data from one storage class to another, thereby reducing your cost drastically. So let's do a hands-on of these lifecycle rules to understand how they work together. If you have still not subscribed to the channel, then please do the same. I've already created multiple videos and will be creating more such videos. I have logged in to my AWS account, and in the S3 service, click on the Create Bucket button. I've already opened it in a new tab. I will give this bucket a name S3 Lifecycle Rule Testing, and then I will keep all of the default options and create this bucket. Once this bucket is created, we'll click on this bucket, and then let's go in the Management tab. Here, there is the first section is Lifecycle Rules. Let's create a new lifecycle. Give it a name, delete after 365 days. Okay? And you have to specify the scope of the rule. I will say that apply to all objects in the bucket, and you have to click on this checkbox to acknowledge this. Now, you have to specify what action do you want to take. So I want to move my objects between storage classes. So when you upload a new object, then it will use the default standard storage class. And let's say after 30 days, I want to move it to standard infrequent access storage class. Then after 90 days, I want to move it to glacier instant retrieval. And after 365 days, I want to the expire or delete the object. So I will specify the number of days, 365 days, delete these objects. Now, if you scroll down, then you will get a good summary. Day 0, object got uploaded. Day 30, object moved to standard infrequent access storage class. Day 90, move it to Glacier instant retrieval. And after 365 days, delete this object and create this rule. Once this rule is created, then after that you don't need to do anything. As the object gets uploaded into the bucket, S3 will ensure that this policy is applied on all of the objects inside your bucket. When these transitions happen from one storage class to another storage class, then there is a cost associated with that transition. I think that's all from this video's perspective. If you like this video, then definitely go ahead and click on the like button. And if you still have not subscribed, then subscribe to the channel. Thank you and have a good day.